Hello and welcome to another episode of my Wild Knitting podcast. Today I have several projects to talk about that are spring inspired and summer related. and let's just dive into it. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll enjoy this content. My name is Martina Elisabetta. I live in the center of Italy on the mountains with my partner and our beautiful two creatures, two dogs, and we're renovating our home. It's an unfinished house and off-grid, and we love it here. It's absolutely a beautiful place, but it requires a lot of work. So let's dive into the knitting projects. I have two finished objects and several work in progress projects. And also I have some yarny goodies, some new acquisitions. Okay, let's start with what I'm wearing because it's a finished object. Okay, so this is the Little Love cardigan by Strick, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a beautiful all-over lace design. Very simple lace pattern with yarn overs and I think knit two togethers or something like that, and a beautiful kind of bottom band without buttons and kind of neckband that kind of decreases and gets thinner as the body grows of the cardigan. And I actually didn't do as many decreases as the pattern recommends, but you can see a few here of the decreases. And I started this cardigan a year ago. And it's interesting because I bought two skeins of this beautiful light green, like olive green color from Snail Yarns, which is a wonderful one-woman business, an Italian indie dyer, and is light fingering way. So one skein was about 400 and something meters and 100 grams, so quite, you get quite some yardage, but the yarn is quite thin to work with. And so I used needle size 3 or 3.5, I don't remember, millimeter needles. And it took a while, and because I didn't really run out of yarn, but I realized that I didn't have enough yarn to complete the entire cardigan. I decided to just hibernate it for a while, and then I picked it up again because I wanted to have it done for this spring, and I finally finished it because I bought a new yarn, not the snail yarn skein anymore, because I wanted to try something else. I have it here, the new yarn that I bought. I bought two skeins of this beautiful Alvor by Rosario Quattro, and it's a half linen and half wool yarn combo, and it's 100 grams and 310 meters. So it's I would say it's more like a DK or like heavy fingering light DK, if that exists, yarn. So it's a bit different than the one I used for the main body, which, by the way, didn't say it, but it was also a combo of linen and wool. And I love, if you've been here before, you know that I love plant-based fibers with animal-based fibers combined in the same skein or yarn, because that kind of, it has the sturdiness and the breathability and yeah, the sturdiness, I would say, mostly of the plant-based fibers such as linen, or hemp or cotton, but it also has that kind of auto-cleansing, soft and warm properties that the wool has, for example. So those two different type of fibers combined, I think, create a beautiful, sturdy, long-lasting fabric. So I decided to knit the sleeves, go down needle size, and knit the sleeves in this color. And I actually love this. I love that the sleeves are a different shade of green. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm very proud of myself that I managed to finish it. And I'm wearing it every day since I finished it. I think I finished it couple of weeks ago or something, and I love it. I love it. I want to knit more cardigans. I bought also the garden cardigan by the same designer, and I think I'm gonna knit it. But yeah, I have one more skein and a little bit left of this wonderful green of the Alvor. No, sorry, this is the little bit left from the main skein. So I managed to finish 2 sleeves, which are long enough, you know, beautiful. And then I have this much left of the main color, the body kind of color, snail yarn, linen and wool blend. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll put it in some color work. I could put it in that one that I'm knitting. We'll see. Okay, so that's one finished object. I'm so proud of this. I also called it my garden cardigan, even though it's not technically the garden cardigan of this designer. It's the Little Love, but I call it my garden cardigan because I've been wearing it in the garden in the morning when I'm doing something outside, because it's so easy. You can just throw it on and off as you like, and it's really light and nice. And yeah, I'm also wearing a very very old and super worn out Ripple bralette. Is my most worn garment that I've knitted for myself. I really love it, and I'll knit another one in a similar shade. That's what I'm wearing, and that's one finished object. And then I have another little finished object, which is this absolutely cute, I call it my witchy hat. Is the Oslo hat by PetiteKnit. I follow that pattern, and I've knitted that pattern many times. I recommend it. It's a really nice simple pattern. It's basically stockinette in the round. We just knit and knit and knit, and there's a little, like, wouldn't say difficult, but a little passage in the pattern that it requires you to, you know, knit together the current stitches with the cast on stitches to kind of fold the brim of the hat, but that's super easy. And then you just knit and then do some decreases at the crown. I really love this, and I call it my witchy hat because I've been studying a bit of the history related to witches, and yeah, it's really, I've been reading books and studying about it, and while I was doing that, I also knitted this, so it has all of that kind of energies in it. I really love it, and I used a wonderful yarn by my friend Ida, she is the owner of the Athenian Maker. She lives in Athens, Greece, and she's a wonderful ally. And she sent me back in December or something, maybe earlier than that, a couple of skeins of this beautiful hand-dyed yarn. She uses botanical ingredients or natural ingredients, and for this one she used Mother. And look at the shade of red. I love it. This is for me. I've donated and gifted all of my Oslo hats because they're such a staple for everyone, actually. Like, everyone would like a hat like this. I think it's such a simple, hat. And so I gifted all of the ones that I thought I made for myself to my sister, my friends, and my mom. And so now I finally have one for me. And yeah, I really like this red hat. And as Louise, another friend, knitting friend, told us in our WhatsApp group, she said everyone needs a red hat, and it's true. So yes, let's move on. Those were my 2 finished objects. We go with the work in progress projects. First thing first, let me show you this baby. I forgot that I started knitting one sleeve. Okay, so I kept on knitting on this baby. Now it's all crunched up. It needs a stretch. But I finally, I'm almost done with the body. Then I have to knit the bottom hem. And then I forgot that I already started a sleeve. This is my Azucena pullover by Claudia Quintanilla, and EweKnit Toronto sponsored the yarn. I cast it on in a different color combination. They sent me Knitting for Olive silk mohair and Knitting for Olive light merino in this beautiful pea shoot green, which I'm here for it. This is the year of green. If you've been here before, you know it. I love green. And they sent me also this beautiful, like 1 skein of each. This is the artichoke purple. Again, Knitting for Olive. And this is the combo that I chose. But when I started it, like, I cast it on and I knitted a little bit of the yoke. But then I was like, this combo, I'm not gonna wear it much. So even though I loved it, I loved the contrast and the combo. But yeah, so I found some other yarns in my stash, and so I held that yarn together with the silk mohair. But I talk about this garment a lot in a vlog. I'll link it down below and here on the screen if you want to check it out. And I tried it again for those who were concerned, because I thought it wouldn't fit me, but it fits me. And it fits me also with, if I have like a long sleeve, fitted shirt underneath, it fits me well. If I have like a thick, cardigan or something, then it doesn't fit me, because it's not oversized. I chose to knit a size smaller to have a more form-fitted design, and I love it. I'm in love with this. I took a break the past few days. I've been knitting on other things, but yeah, we'll see if I'll manage to finish it before I go to visit my sister in Dublin, because now I wouldn't wear it here. It's getting warm by the day, even though it's still cold in the evenings and in the mornings. But yeah, I'm going to visit my sister in Dublin for some days, not so long, maybe like 5 days. And I was thinking to also maybe organize a little knit and chat get together in a cafe in Dublin. So if you're up for it, contact me. Down below there's my email and my socials. So you can contact me, and if I gather some people, maybe we can manage to meet up and knit together in person. It would be really nice. Okay, that's my first work in progress project. Then another green project. So this has been a journey. I casted on this project as part of a knit along, is the Botanical Makealong actually, by Gabriella Merryweather Knitting YouTube channel and blog. She also have a beautiful blog, and she's my friend. I love her so much. She's just absolutely a dream of a friend and of a woman and of a being and a maker. She's just amazing. And she introduced this Botanical Makealong. The cast on day is actually today, May 1st, but I cast it on this a week or so ago, maybe a little bit more than a week ago. But yeah, I decided to include it in the knit along, and it's a year-long knit along, make along, so you can actually make anything that is botanically inspired. And I have been making this beautiful pattern, which is all, I don't know how much you can see, but it's kind of like, it has this lace kind of leaf motif running around the neckline and on the back also of the neckline. And this has been a struggle. Now I'm knitting the back. As you can see, it's very beautiful. I think once blocked, it would be even more beautiful. And I'm holding double this yarn, Rosarios Quattros Madrigoa, and it's 100% silk, Boret silk, 50 grams, 200 meters or 218 yards. And it's a fingering weight yarn. I'm holding it double, so my gauge is different than the pattern's gauge, but that's not a problem for me because I always can adapt my gauge and kind of change the pattern a little bit. But the pattern, at least the English version, because I'm following the English version of the pattern, which by the way is a free pattern, is called Midsommarkrans, I think, and it's by Järbo, or a designer who works for Järbo, and it's, I think the Swedish and the German, I think, version is really good for what I've seen on Ravelry, because no one complains on the pattern. It's a free pattern, so I don't want to be too severe towards this pattern. But the English version is not clear. I think there are some mistakes on the chart, and it took me a while to figure things out and to still manage to knit it, and I really wanted it. Plus, I think it's a free pattern, so it's really nice that they put it out, but it has some mistakes. If you're planning to knit it in English, be aware that there are little mistakes, and it's not for beginners. Not only because of the mistakes, but because of the constructions and the lace. I wouldn't say that is for beginners, but if you are an experienced or intermediate knitter, I think you could knit this and figure things out. Especially, I would say, if you know how to read patterns in Swedish and in German, I think is the other version, if I'm not mistaken. but I really like it and I like the yarn. I have done, in the past, I've done a little series. It was about learning and experimenting with cruelty-free silk yarns, and I got a bunch of different cruelty-free silk yarns and I tested them and I compare them. It's a really nice little series. It's called The Silky Way and you can find it in my channel. And this is another boret silk adding on to the list, and I really like it. It's a little bit irregularly spun as the other silk yarns, boret silk yarns that I tried. Is kind of, it's not so shiny, but it peels a little bit. It just peels, you see. But I think it's really nice and soft, and I like it. I like the color. It's like this light green. Let me tell you the color in case you want to try it. It's the 27, I think, color. So yes, that's another project, and it's my first entry for the Botanical Makealong hosted by Gabriella, and I think there is also Ashley, I think is her name, another maker who's co-hosting the Makealong. Check it out. It's a year-long Makealong. I think it's beautiful. So yes, I'll link her video where she talks about the Makealong in the description box. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful knitting bag by the Knitting Swan. Code We Grow Wild if you want to have a little discount. So in this bag, this is my test knit, and I made quite some progress since last time, but still it's taking some time. Mike was shouting at me. He needed something. So, skirt. Cute little skirt. Okay, so this is a test knit. It's the Marie skirt by Anna Anderson and the knits. There's something attached, and it has some increases. Can you see the increases? I think you can. On each side of the skirt, so you can actually shape it around your body. It has this beautiful folded waistband with an elastic inside, and is a all over broken rib pattern. Very simple, just kind of mindless knit apart from some increases, but easy. Super easy, super beginner friendly pattern. Is gonna come out, I don't know when, I think in June, but it's super super nice. I recommend it. And I'm using a beautiful yarn, the Valerie, a wonderful friend and patron, gifted me, and it's another silk yarn, but I don't know what type of silk and the brand, because I lost the label long ago. So yes, and I'm actually knitting this as kind of like a chilled project for a knit along that I'm co-hosting with Ali. Today we're talking about knit along and make alongs. It's our year-long knit along or make along, and it's so chill. You just need something with your stash yarn. Easy to encourage us to dive into our stash and use what we have. And it's a really nice knit along, and I've been having this yarn for a while, so I decided to use it, and it's beautiful. And I really like it. I think I'll really enjoy wearing this. But yeah, I knit on it a little bit at the time, and I have until June to finish it. I think I'll have it like not so long. We'll see how long I'll knit it. Maybe it will be like a midi skirt. We'll see. But I really like it, and it's a really nice and well written pattern. I haven't made so much progress, but if you've seen the previous podcast episode, you will see some progress. And then this is my last and most recent. I started yesterday evening, and I just watched a documentary or two, and I've knitted this beauty. This is kind of the start. I don't know how much you can see. Yeah, I guess you can see. It's the start of the Give Me the Tea. A beautiful, super simple raglan pattern that I am following from this book, 52 Weeks of Easy Knits. This was gifted to me by my wonderful friend Ali. This book is just so cute. I recommend it, especially if you're a beginner, because it has so many different patterns that are super beginner friendly. A little bit, they have some, so nice. I don't know. It's like easy knits, well written, beautiful designs, and also the graphic design of the book is gorgeous. But this is the pattern that I'm currently knitting, Give Me the Tea, and it's just a simple raglan t-shirt. And here the yarns that they recommend are a combo of silk mohair and bomullin by Isager, like a cotton and linen yarn, and a silk mohair held together. And I'm using needle size 3.7, I think, instead of 3 millimeters, and I'm following the second to the smallest size, and it's gorgeous. I like that it has kind of like folded hems around the sleeves and the collar or the neckline and the bottom hem, as you can see. And it's really like a really nice staple shirt and t-shirt. And yeah, the pattern is nice. Nothing to complain about. Super easy to follow, like super easy. And I love to actually have it printed down, have it on a book. I want to knit many patterns from this book because they're so gorgeous, and it's so nice to not always have my phone when I want to, knit something or follow a pattern. I'm using a gorgeous yarn that I received yesterday, and I got this package and I was like, let's stop everything I'm doing and let's just wind things up. So Antonella, a wonderful maker and yarn dyer, sent me gorgeous yarns. I'll share them after I show this project, so if you want to skip the acquisition part, you can do that. But she was just like, oh, I want to send you a couple of skeins as a token of appreciation for your videos and things like that. And I was like, you don't need to, please. But she still wanted to send me a couple of skeins, and then she sent me an amount of yarns that I'm like, I just want to cast on everything with all of her yarns. But I have many projects, so we're starting with this. And this is actually a silk and linen blend. So my jam. And I think it's like 75% silk and 35% linen. So it's a lot of silk. And look at the shine of this baby. How gorgeous. My goodness, how gorgeous. Look at the label also. Cozy Posy Yarn & Co. And yeah, rose gold. This is the Lush Lino DK base. 65% silk, 35% linen, 115 grams. So you get more than 100 grams and 245 yards. DK way yarn. Love it. Love it. Maybe, the green I used for this cardigan, I could use a little bit, I could make maybe a, little flower motif around the sleeves. With this, we'll see, to add on a little detail. But I think I'm just gonna be a monogamous knitter and finish this so I can start wearing it, because it's just so gorgeous. Like the shine and the feeling, the fabric is beautiful. It's kind of like a soft, very soft cotton and silk kind of fabric, and it has beautiful drape, but it's also DK way yarn. I'm actually a little bit strange, parentheses, I'm actually a little bit strange because I prefer DK way yarns or worsted way even yarns for summer garments than for winter garments. Like for winter garments, I prefer like lace way combined with fingering way yarns. And for summer garments, I prefer like sturdier fabrics, because in the summer here it gets so hot and you don't want to have many layers. Like this ripple bralette is knitted with a worsted way yarn, like a linen yarn, kind of mercerized linen. And this is one of my favorite garments that I use in the summer because it provides that kind of coverage. So I can wear it without, a bra or without anything underneath. Like now, I'm not wearing anything underneath. It provides the coverage, and it kind of hugs my body. It creates like some sort of strength, but it's also breathable because it's a linen fabric, and that's what I like. I like worsted DK way yarns for summer fabrics, which is a bit weird because you would think that I would prefer, or people would prefer, lighter, flowy yarns, and I like that too. But I don't know. That's what I discovered, and so I'm really looking forward to have this. And I think I have enough to knit also a bralette. So I have 3 skeins, and with 2 I think I'll be able to knit the entire, I think maybe even 1.5 I'll knit the t-shirt, and then with the other 1.5 I'll knit a bralette or something else. We'll see, maybe some color work thing. But I'm in love with this, and it's such a simple t-shirt, and I like that it has kind of some German short rows on the back, so you can identify where the back is, and it fits well. Love this, and I highly recommend you to try this yarn. Not like I told her like, I'm gonna talk about your yarns in the podcast, but she said, please don't feel like you need to. I wanted to send you yarns just because I felt like saying thanks to you for apparently my videos. I'm like, thank you. And so I'm not paid or I'm not asked to talk about this yarn at all. But I want you to, if you are in the lookout for summer yarn, this, like 100%. I haven't tested it on my body, but I can feel it in my hands, and I'm sure it's going to be very sturdy and nice and also breathable because of the fiber content. Cozy Posy Yarn & Co. This is her Instagram handle. Please check her out. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of tea, and then I'm gonna share with you the yarns that she sent me. Maybe not all of them, because I want to wrap up the video soon, but I want to show you what she sent me, and also maybe talk about some projects that I would like to cast on with those yarns and things like that. I feel that this is really my birthday week, because it is. My birthday is the 4th of May. So I received beautiful gifts. This is my yarny gift. I'm so honored. Okay. This one, she sent me 4. Is it 4 skeins? Oh my God, so much. I think it reads more blue than it actually is. It's kind of like light. It's kind of like green, more green than blue. I don't know if it reads it well on the screen. And it's the Luna color. Lush Lino DK base. It's the same yarn. And I love it. I think I could make a cardigan out of this, but I'll save it for now and think about it. But this is a beautiful, I think this is one of this, and I think at some point I'll do a my favorite summer yarns and patterns video, where I talk about my favorite yarns for summer and spring, and also some of my favorite patterns that I keep on going back. But this will definitely, I think, go in my favorite plant-based and animal-based combo fibers. Because silk is not a plant-based yarn, as some people say. I feel so spoiled. Look at these gorgeous colors. Look how gorgeous. This is going to be, I think, is going to be a sweater for myself. Or maybe some accessories also for friends, we'll see. But this is the So Soft, non-superwashed, 100% untreated 19.5 micron merino. It's 115 grams and 280 yards. And this is the red TV. Look at this red. It's very similar to, it's a little bit darker than and cooler than the yarn I use for my hat. But this, I think, will be, or even this will be a beautiful striped sweater, like big chunky stripes, super simple raglan sweater. I think this will be amazing. It will brighten my my summer or my winter. But look at these colors also together. How gorgeous. This could be also an accessory. We'll see if I'll knit a full sweater or just lots of accessories for gifts as well. And look at this. This is the Taylor Swift. This is my favorite green. This is truly my favorite green ever. Like, how gorgeous. How gorgeous. How? Favorite green ever. Love it so much. And this is the same base. Oh, I didn't know. So look how much she sent me. I mean, I saw that yarn, but I thought it was a different base. These are all same bases. So DK yarns, 3-ply DK. This is the color Luna, and this Folklore. So I think that with these ones, I'll make something for my love, for Mike, because he has blue eyes, is more fair skin, and so I think these colors are perfect for him. Maybe I'll make him like a hat with this, or I mean, Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Please check her out. Check her out. Look at this gorgeous. I mean, spoiled. It's my birthday, so I'm just receiving and feeling grateful, and sometimes the universe wants to give you. Sometimes he asks you to to give, and I mean, I can't say thank you enough, Antonella. Your generosity is beyond what I expected, and I just, yeah, I said thank you so many times, but I'm truly grateful. Oh, gorgeous. So yes, that was it. That was a long podcast episode, but I wanted to catch up, and I hope you're enjoying what you're knitting or what you're making. I hope this new season, wherever you are in the world, is treating you well. I hope you're finding some time to take care of your wonderful self and your wonderful body who's supporting you. I will see you very soon with another video, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. It really helps. If you want to support me even further, support my capacity to be here and share my life and my projects with you, you can also maybe check out my Patreon. There isn't super much behind the paywall. There are some videos here and there, extra videos. There is some early access videos. And there is a wonderful community. We have a WhatsApp group that you can access to once you're subscribed on Patreon, and the group is just the best community ever. I hope one day we'll all meet, because it would be so nice to be together in presence, but it's so nice to be able to also talk with friends on a daily basis. We share life, we share ups and downs, we share our projects, and yes, we love it. And if you don't feel like supporting me on Patreon, you can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi if you feel like, or just subscribe and like this video. It really helps. And every Saturday I'm doing a little live knit and chat here on YouTube at 9 a.m. CEST, and yeah, I just go live for half an hour or 40 minutes, and I just chat about life and whatever. And I answer some questions if people have any. We just hang out, and it's a more kind of unfiltered, more unedited way to interact with the community. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.